Hi, hello. Welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. Was sent to deliberate over a channeled reading. And again, this is the Oracle Consularship brought to you by Vertice della Mudanza. I don't know why that's relevant. Something about being attacked for our beauty. Now, beauty empress can mean several things. It can mean how we cultivate and refine our talents, abilities, craft, gifts, basically. Cultivate means culture. When you're given a space, location, environment, surrounding, or when you belong to a person, place, or thing, people, like a community. Sometimes when you embody a being, typically it's eternal, immortal, ethereal. There's some type of enigmatic, mysterious nature to us as well. There's this anger or agitation that we're not, gettable. We can't be got. And it's not about, like landing a big fish. It's more about like taking us out of our spot, taking us off the throne, something like that. We have the Nine of Wands with the Five of Swords. That's the evil eye. Novi di Bastioni, Cinque di Spade here. So we have Strigheria Benedelia already. Okay, well, duh. This is the Witch card. Now, this is a born Strego or Benedelia with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so we have the soul that also receives the unconditional love of the divine. This is the soul that when they call upon the Most High, quickly, with the quickness. So, Nine of Wands with the Strength card means that over the next couple of weeks, on towards the new moon, which is in Aries, Ariete, it seems like there's going to be emotional fortitude. Now, there was the desire to repress, suppress, oppress, depress, really repress, to control, dominate, manipulate. And it's dogged. It won't give up. It feels entitled to having some control. And there may be some subtle energy of, under the impression that this energy that we're dealing with is better than us or should be doing. There may be some entitlement. And this is if we're dealing with another being. It's not yet confirmed. So there can also just be us watching. I'm gonna move the camera, don't be alarmed. There may be the energy of whatever is within us arriving at emotional fortitude, strength, courage, and wisdom. Because of the purity and the cleanliness of our soul, we've found some kind of unconditional tolerance. This is the great maiden. She's the one that can deal with all the divergent, discordant energies. Now, they do abhor evil. Thus far, I mean, we only have 4 out of 22 cards, but um, we have about a fifth of the cards here. So I'm getting that energy that over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be finding some emotional fortitude. Some, and it took a long time because we weren't doing the whole other energies. There's other ways to tackle demonic forces, or which don't always mean demon or evil or hell or the infernal realm. It just can mean that there's something of us that's powerful yet unawakened, unhealed, or not of a high vibration, meaning it's kind of like a one track. It's not a universal. It doesn't have a lot of that spontaneity or flexibility. It's rather rigid. It's rather low vibrational, meaning one track mind, defensive rather than responsive. It's not even offensive, responsive. Responsiveness versus defensiveness. That's also what demonic means. It means it's born out of the lower chakras, the chakras below the heart. So yes, okay, if the devil lore, we do have the Five of Swords, which can mean evil, like sinister, evil, wicked. We don't have enough yet. Here, talking about boundaries and standards, because we're this Queen of Cups, rather soft, rather demure, rather mindful. Even if we have impervious strength here, it comes out of unconditional love. And that is typically an energy that the enemy takes as a fool, that the enemy thinks, oh, you're a great little Mark. Let me sit here and, enact my little con, my little racket, my little modus operandi, my little way of imbuing and invoking evil. Now, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that something nasty is going on, but we've yet to see it. So if it did take a long time to get to the strength, courage, and wisdom, is because we did it through love. We didn't do it through being hard. We didn't do it through putting up standards and boundaries. We didn't do it through doing any of those other ways to do it. There's a couple handful of ways to do it. We did it through just being love incarnate, unconditional tolerance, unconditional compassion would be the King of Cups. Tolerance is the Queen of Cups. However, the thing with the Queen of Cups, if she's winning, because she can go sour quite quickly, and there is some love-hate here, but it's towards this energy. It's not really this energy. It's just through knowing who you are. They couldn't make us forget who we were. Knight of Wands, Sun card. Yeah, so Four of Cups, Eight of Swords. Yeah, so we couldn't do much because the energy that we were dealing with, if we were dealing with another energy, it wasn't really shifting, it wasn't really changing, it wasn't really evolving. Plenty of offers came, but there were some rules, restrictions, regulations. There was restraint put on what we could do. We were kind of stuck at the gate. Not a lot could have happened until there were some changes, and these changes might have been rejected because there was some energy that thought they had our number, that thought they were going to get their way going on. They're thinking like whatever impression they had of us, they were really certain that they were correct, and they thought they just needed more time or more power or more opportunities to force us to do whatever, however, so on and so forth. They couldn't come with love. Is something else that I'm getting. And they really did desire whatever entitlements. They kept putting the evil eye as well, if that's what was going on. Nine of Wands, the evil eye. Do the but Two of Cups, Six of Cups, Eight. Yeah, this is some witch energy. I can't really say. Well, it's witchcraft. It's not necessarily spell work yet. Oh, I apologize. It's true. We have a pair of eights. That is witchcraft, especially it's spell work, especially with the four that I'm hearing. So that's Strigeti Benedetti. That's the strength card in this deck. So Two of Cups, Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is receiving grace. There's a calling on our life. We're one of the solar beings. I'm hearing Adi Baba. So that would be we're a descendant of the divine, one of the creator spirits of this incarnational universe here, this simulation that we're born into. And I'm using my words specifically. They're encoded. Some of us can't decode. Some of us is going to go right over our head. Take it as it resonates. Take what you need. That's what I want to say. La Imperatrice do the copa. So we have this Two of Cups with the Empress. There is also we have the hotline to the Lord. And this energy, if we're coming up against somebody else, which I'm not detecting yet, not a confirmatory, but I'm sensing. There's this energy that's really trying hard to bring us to bear, to make us yield, and it's not happening. But also, we've been going to work on ourselves. We've been giving a lot of opportunities to go to the other team, to go to the other side, to choose evil, or at least animosity or hatred or venom or a chip on our shoulder or something of that nature. And we've not done it, not consistently. Perhaps we falter for a moment. Everybody stumbles, everybody hurts, everybody falls, everybody fails. But we keep choosing love. And with the Empress here, honestly, we have found ourselves in being loving, so much so that we've received grace, Six of Cups. We've been washed clean, washed anew, and we are highly blessed, favored, chosen, and anointed. And again, over the next couple of weeks, over the next 2 weeks, more will be revealed, more love will come in. More anointing is on the way. Three of Wands. Something's conjuring in, something's coming in, something's coming towards us. We also have a Three of Pentacles. So there's some kind of cabal here, coven. Because there's this energy here that really does want to repress in some way. They keep putting nasty negative energy on us, hoping that we'll bite, hoping that we'll bite, hoping that we'll take the bait. But we keep being let out, let free. I'm not trying to get by. I'm just trying to be free. Yeah, so excuse me, I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny, but it is hilarious. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, okay? This is what's up. There's some little pendeja mentirosa over here trying to make us become evil, make us stay in the barrel with them. They want us to be a bottom feeder like them. And they're the best of the low. They're the best hood rat on the street. They're the best rata cucaracha in the hood and the barrio. They're the best at being a low down, dirty, whatever. They are the top of the nasty little food chain. And we're on another level. We're not at the bottom. And it's nothing bad. Be who you are, do what you do, move how you move. If we choose to move about your way, you shouldn't feel some kind of way about that. There's plenty of fish in the sea, baby. If you can't catch us, go on about your business and catch another one. And so that's just the thing, because they're really good. They're the ruler of the low down dirty energy. So the thing is that they need us to be the low down dirty energy so that they can have some kind of power over us. But since we're not doing the low down dirty thing, Five of Wands is also what I'm trying to say. Since we're not a hater, since we're not competing, contesting, crossing, contending, since we're not bound in karma, since we don't have the mark on us, whatever it is, usually it's the mark of Cain, but that involves bloodshed. We do have the Five of Swords here. Very much could have happened. This energy can't really get us in the crosshairs enough to have some type of dominion over us. For some reason, their power is ineffectual with us, and it's in driving them insane. And it is another being. I finally confirmed it here. Now, somebody might have their Saturn in the fifth house or in the sign of Saturn. In the next couple of days, we're going to know what energy has been working on us. And the thing about it, it's been working on us for the last 3 months. It's a cabal. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's a collective, but it does mean that they're using some type of organization. So probably they work for Diablo. This is they need to fight. They gain an upper hand in fighting, and we're just not biting the bait. Within a week, this will be seen. We'll be given another opportunity to choose the wrong side, another little bait, another little temptation's coming. And here's what's up. They're looking for some open window, some unlocked door, some unlocked gate. They're looking for some open road. They're looking for a loose thread to pull at, to unravel. And they're infuriated that it's not happening. They're fighting back a lot of anger. And they're in a protected space because they do have dominion and rulership. They're really good at what they do. But the thing is, so are we, and we can see them for what they are, and we just won't give to them. We won't play into the game. We won't play into their hand. And they're enraged. I'm so sorry, baby. That sucks for you, boo. I know that hurts. I'm sorry, I had to let that out. Because they're going hard, playing a game that we're not even paying attention to. That's just like, imagine giving your all, your everything, going all out, investing all your energy, effort, and attention into something that another person doesn't even care about. So that's the thing. It's a futile endeavor because it will be forever fruitless and it will be forever foolish. It's like, it is futile to water dead flowers and it's foolish to water fake ones. And so this person over here, it's fruitless. Like, do what you do, baby. You great. You on some. You all about that. You got it going on. But over here in this little hood, in this little realm and this little game over here, and we're playing this little game over here. So, you know, you got to compare to compete. Apples, oranges. Apples, aranciata. So, oh, baby, 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 baby. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of the center, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. Again, my name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I was your oracle today. We're going to be deliberating the findings from the Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. It's over on Etsy. As always, or usual, as of late, we've been imposing the guidance from This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. She's over at Lumino 11, publishing for this deck specifically. And the correlative energy, also corresponding energy, we'll be using the Daily Oracle by Vita Sibilla. That's over at Los Carveo. And for any kind of pairing energy, we'll be using the Minor Arcana from Cosmic Coven Tarot. That's by Lillian Lazenby. And for this deck, she's over at Ripe Avocado. We have the King and Queen of Swords. So let's see what the narrative is around that. Yeah, I just keep hearing, I'm not trying to get by, I'm just trying to get free. That's by Miriam Makaba. I'm not trying to get by. I'm just trying to be free, be free, be free. Yeah, so where this energy, entity, ideology, enemy really is used to bottom feeders. Five of Wands. Probably also crabs in a bucket, Five of Cups. People looking for scraps, Five of Pentacles. People that are in disgrace, Five of Swords, that have some anger, some chip on their shoulder with the Lord, with the divine, Five of Swords. But we got this Nine of Cups. We got this Queen of Cups. We highly blessed, favored, chosen, and anointed, so much so that we've been crowned. La Imperatrice, the Empress. We are divine. We are a divine being. You're looking for a demonic little hoe. That's what's up. Nothing wrong with that. Go find you some. Go find you one. That's another bitch, a different bitch. We is not the one. Excuse my language, but that's what's up. You not know? You not know? So Libra, there's just an alignment. They're needing a way in. They need us to participate and to give them permission, and it's not happening. I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind about our relationship, but it was really because I was scared of hurting you and scared of hurting me. This is actually us. The thing is, we're kind of charming because we're diplomatic. So they're taking our niceness as if it's an invitation. But really, we're just an empty vessel. We'll mirror back what you give us, but we won't give you back what you give us. So with the Queen of Cups, the thing about the Queen of Cups is you will see in the Queen of Cups what you are. Because she's an empty vessel. So you'll get out of her what you give in return. But the thing about it is she's not giving you anything other than a reflection. It's not like the Queen of Pentacles where whatever you invest will yield. With the Queen of Cups, you do not see her. You see your reflection in her. So when you peer into the Queen of Cups, what you're seeing is yourself. That's the thing about Regina de Copa here. And there are boundaries, rules, regulations, restrictions. Unfortunately, with the Empress and the Eight of Swords, there's no way to go in without meeting the terms and conditions. So if you have access to this Queen of Cups, it's really a test. And with the Fool here, you're dealing with a Jakpa or Sobek, which is the spirit in the afterlife. That is the being that is doing the weighing of your soul against the feather. And if that's not the being, because sometimes it is Ampu, which is Anubis, let me tell you, the being that rules the beings that devour your soul, if you do not pass judgment, that's a jackpot. Unfortunately. So this is an energy that we are the energy that will let this energy that we're dealing with destroy themselves. But they're still under the impression that since we're nice, since we're accepting, since we don't retaliate, or since we don't outwardly, expressly, implicitly put boundaries and standards, that they can do whatever they want. Justice isn't as blind as you think. Sometimes justice is karma, which will let you hang yourself. They're sitting here thinking that all they need to do is keep on doing whatever, and they'll find an open door, that they'll find, you know, an unlocked windows, that they'll find a vulnerable gate, that they'll find some loose thread to pull at. Actually, that loose thread you think you're pulling on is rope that you're using actually to hang yourself. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. I know you got fooled. I know you got conned. It's a joke. It's an op. We're the op, unfortunately. Poor baby. Because they are able to get into our energy, but that's just the thing. It's a fake out. The thing that they think is happening is not happening. And we have an agreement with the divine. They're a wonderful example of how not to be. Their purpose is for us to have an example of what happens when you don't obey the divine, when you don't use your powers to make the world a bigger, brighter, and better place. Their purpose, at least in our life, is to be a cautionary tale. And our purpose in their life was actually an opportunity to get up out of the darkness, but they're just learning about divinity. They need to learn some kind of lesson, and we've learned our lesson. We've completed our cycle here with them already, and they're barely halfway there through. They jumped the line somewhere energetically though. So they're using witchcraft, I hate to say. They do have negative self-talk, but it's not towards themselves. They just have a dirty mouth. They're cussing up under their tongue, their breath, or whatever. They need to keep our name off their tongue. They really do. But they're cursing themselves. And they're being given the opportunity to hang themselves, but they're in for a rude awakening. They're going to be frozen out. Now, I have to say something else. They're skillful. They are very skillful. So they think that whatever they're doing is working, or they feel justified in doing what they're doing, but there's something that they're missing. They're being played. They are being played. So I want to see what this Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune is, because somebody may have their Jupiter in the 12th house, somebody may have their Jupiter in Pisces, or there's a divine assist here. So there's intervention at all times, and this was planned. Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune, this was planned. Something about this we were born for. And we keep choosing the right thing without even knowing, because we do have some kind of discernment. It may appear that we're innocent or naive or something like that, Queen of Cups, but actually we know ourselves very well. That's kind of difficult to see here, because it looks like we're lucky. It looks like everything comes easy to us. That's not true. We've just worked it out, maybe not entirely in this lifetime. Somebody might also want to see a struggle here. It's not going to happen, not in the way that they think. We might struggle to understand, because all we want to do is love on this person, and we don't understand why there's so much hatred coming from them. That's a struggle for us. But not that we're not going to struggle with life, not the way that they think. And we also have angelic protection here, even though that they think that angelic protection here, even though that they think that they're summoning demonic forces, these forces that they're summoning are actually protecting us. So imagine how silly you must look to the spiritual world to call a demon to go after a divine child, and then the demon shows up to harm the divine child, and they end up protecting the divine child from the person that summoned the demon. Like they're trying to, unleash hell upon us, but they don't know that we're a warden of hell. Not a being who inhabits hell. We're literally like the prison warden, which means we have the key. We can come and go at any time. I'm so sorry, baby. I know that sucks for you. Oh, so these threes go with both the Empress and the Strength card. So there's a lot of of hidden potential, untapped potential here. And this other side that we're dealing with, they know it. La Facita, there's something hidden here. And what's hidden is that they're evil. They're evil, but they hide it. They think nobody knows. We've discovered it, and all we've done is turn elsewhere. We let them move how they move. We just decided to move out their way. Maybe they understand that, but I think the way that they understand this is that they're upset that we won't deal with them. We won't play their game. We won't give them our energy. We won't play into whatever it is that they think they're doing. And I keep hearing that I'm not trying to get by. I'm just trying to be free. And we are free. The Fool card, the Empress card. Break out, break free. We have new blessings, new anointing. And there is a judge over this. There's always deliberation all the time. Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Fool card with the Eight of Swords. There's always, 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 always deliberation over this. Always, 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 always. Every choice that we take is guided by the divine. We are walking one with spirit. And our crown is our crown. We are crowned up in this heavens, crowned in the spirit. And everything they do, we get messages about. We're informed every day. We get a briefing in the morning. It's not funny, but it is hilarious. I don't mean to laugh, but I do mean to cackle. Okay, so I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny. It's sad. I'll really put some energy into the dedication of Marin here. But let's continue. So, my dear, and here's some more. It just keeps getting juicier here. So I was looking at the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands does go with the Strength card. Yeah, so I also think they're trying to get some kind of union to us in the spirit. It's not going to happen. Every day there's a revocation, a cancellation, a rescission, a repel, a repulsion, a reversal. Every day, every day. They can do whatever they want at night because in the light of day it gets undone. And it's continual because we've applied and been granted some kind of status in the divine. So the upper heaven is the divine, because in spirit is all of the lower realms outside of the esoteric. And once you get above the astral, that's the divine. The astral itself is considered the esoteric. Once you get above the astral, it's the spirit, and then once you get above the spirit, it's the divine. So we've registered some type of status in the divine where we're single, and it needs divine authorization to be changed. And they keep thinking that they can marry themselves to us in the spirit, so that they could veto a lot of what we have coming towards us, and that was successful at an earlier time in the recent and the distant past, but that's no longer happening. We're actually filed for divorce, or we are divorced. And they keep contesting something there. And whatever's happening, they're a defendant, which means we filed some type of claim. No, it wasn't us. Charges were imposed on our behalf by the divine. I'm going to just say this: God themselves, God is neither male or female, God themselves filed this. Unfortunately, And it's still going through the system because we're not the only one they do this to. And also, they're being given more rope to hang themselves. They were warned several times, but they were being hard-headed. Because they want more. They want to keep coming back so spirity. They want to keep coming in with the mystical. They want to try it again, try it again, try it again and again and again. But we're standing right there at the gate. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with all that junk? What you gonna do this time? What you gonna try again? You not done, Bertha? Okay, so all right. So we're just standing there being like, you listen, lo castanza, we are impervious. Formidable, I'm hearing that. Formidable. So this energy is like, okay, I can cause problems and delays if I do this little union thing, and I'm having trouble also doing this little union thing. Okay, sit. Baba's working. Baba's working. Good morning. Yeah, poor baby. What's this Empress with the Two of Cups? Yeah, so luckily for us, we keep escaping from this union with this person. Um, but for some time, though, because there was some union entered into the spirit without our knowing, there were some. No, I don't want you on my lap, sweetheart. Since there was some union entered in the spirit, it kept creating challenges and causing havoc and la di da and yada yada. So that's also part of this. Whatever, I don't understand. They did an illegal union in the spiritual realm, and that was some time ago. It's called in the recent and the distant past. That's when that happened. So it's really sad and unfortunate. I want to see why we have this. I hate to say this because it's very accusatory, but I'm going to say it. This energy is under the impression that they can still find a way in, and they're not able to believe that we are just absolutely not interested. Not interested in fighting and warring and feuding, not interested in being connected to them, not interested in being loving, caring, kind towards them, even though we are compassionate towards them, even though we are kind towards them. Here's the deal though, there's a rule spiritually. If you cannot be nice, you must at least be kind. So the fact that we're not getting hatchet and ratchet and low down, dirty and competitive or combative, the fact that we're not acting out of character with them, they don't understand. Because this energy does respond to people that are being, ratchet or um, combative or openly conflictive with them. But that's also where they've learned to gain the upper hand. And since we're not acting that way, they think that they still have a chance and they think that we want them. Sometimes when you're nice to a person, they take that as openness or accessibility or availability or agreeableness. And we're not accessible, we're not available, we're not agreeable, we're not amenable, and they're not able or willing to understand that. They're not at all interested in incorporating into their mind, into their theory, that we're in opposition to them because we're kind. And yes, okay, we can take the tact of being opposition or adversarial, but we've chosen not to because this is an unhealed, unawakened person. If we were going to go to war, we'd want a worthy opponent, and unfortunately, they're not. I hate to say, I dislike it. It's unfortunate to say it's an unfavorable position to take. So we have a pair of fives. That means chaos. There's a depletion here as well, some kind of loss. Something's becoming debilitated, depleted, destabilized. There needs to be changes, and it has to come from the inside out. Queen of Swords here. So there is some boundaries and standards because we're needing boundaries and standards. We need to block them, period. And they're hoping to receive some type of favor from us that isn't coming. They also think that they can breadcrumb us, but it's not working. So they're anxious because they feel defensive. They're not able to accept defeat yet. Okay, well, that's fine. You do have some kind of favorable position, but it's really more in your skill set. They do have some kind of favorable position, but it's really more in their skill set at fighting, in their skill set at war. But the thing is, we won't engage in the war with them. We won't engage in the battle, in the conflict with them, and that stumps them. Okay, we have a pair of queens here. What's that about? There's a competition here. Five of wands. They might be hating, jealous. There's definitely contestation, competition, conundrums crossing, compounding, cascading cacophonies of karma. They don't know what to do with all of that. Poor baby. And we are, taking some space. The need for space is here, and they don't understand. They're like, okay, give me favor, give me favor, give me favor. Why don't you want me? Why don't you like me? Why won't you fight with me? Why won't you pay attention to me? Because you're not giving us no nothing. You're not giving us what we need to actually, respond in kind. And now their heart is open. Now they're being authentic, genuine, and sincere. And we see them coming forward openly, honestly, lovingly. But that's just the thing. There was malicious intent in the past or some kind of deception, so we can't deal with them. And it's not deception. There was a malicious intent in the past. So we're not interested for anything in the future. It's fine. People learn at the rate that they learn, they evolve and mature at the rate that they evolve and mature. Unfortunately, since we've had some negative experiences with them, we're no longer accessible, available, amenable to giving them anything other than space and distance. And that's not something that they can understand or live with. Three of Swords here. So there's some cold hard truth that they need to accept. They need to accept defeat and loss, and they're going to take their sweet time doing it. It is going to take them a very long time to understand that this is a futile, foolish, and fruitless endeavor. And unfortunately, it's not going to be us. We are not going to be the ones to tell them. The universe or the Lord or the divine is going to have to tell them. Karma is going to have to tell them. They're not going to hear it coming from our mouth because they see themselves as bigger, brighter, better than us. They see themselves as more powerful than us. They see themselves as being able to turn a no into a yes. They see themselves as some kind of spiritual salesman that can always convert somebody into a client, into a buyer. They think they can peddle their whatever to us and that it's going to work. It's never going to work. It's Niguan Hapa Niguan work. But again, as I said, we're not the ones that's going to hear it from. We have a pair of threes here. So that's usually co-creation, collaboration, cooperation. Unfortunately, here it's cliques, covens, and cabals. They're using some type of system here. They may be spying on us, doing divination on us, therefore using inside knowledge or something of that nature. It doesn't matter what the specific advantage is that they're using an advantage, which is why we're getting this cabal energy. Ultimately, it just means that they have some kind of plan. It's not a strategy. There's no Seven of Pentacles here, but it is a plan, some type of operandi, modus operandi. It's being rejected, and that's part of this. We've detached from them, and they can't take that. They're being rejected. But also, they're being given an answer that they're not willing to take. The universe is giving them what they want, but it's not coming in the way that they want it. Let me put it to you this way. If you're praying to the Lord for peace, you must prepare for war. If you're praying to the divine for a harvest, you must first prepare for rain. Does that make sense? If you are preparing for freedom, if you are praying for freedom, you must first prepare to lose a lot of things that enslave you, that bind you. And so this is a very one-track mind. Like I said, demonic. Demonic doesn't always mean evil. It sometimes could just mean low vibrational intelligence. It doesn't have a consciousness outside of its one little realm or arena. Think of it as like a very spiritual version of tunnel vision. Their mind is not expansive or dynamic enough to understand the nature of the blessing that they've been bestowed with. Because they still do retain some type of, they're a chief of their little power set, whatever that is, but we have more dominion than they do, and they don't understand that. Because their mind is not able to perceive. They lack perception. They're mislabeling, mishandling, misjudging, misperceiving, but it's not a universal type. It's a very one-track type. What's this pair of twos? So we are in a union with them, but it's a sacred compact where they're the enemy and we're the good, or they're the evil and we're the good, or something of that nature. Their job is to be an example of what not to be. They're a cautionary tale. They're a karmic. And our job is to be this flame that attracts all the moths, but they're never going to make it. Yes, now they're coming with love, but it's false. They're coming in because the only reason why they want us is because they couldn't have us. If they were able to get us, they'd discard us. That's the truth, Ace of Swords. The tarot cards here are saying that's the truth, the Ace of Swords. And they're stuck with some kind of disappointment. They have to accept defeat. Four of Swords, Five of Cups. They have to accept defeat, and they are not able to do it. So that's really why they keep badgering us and pestering us and bothering us, is because they're used to winning at all costs, and that's not something that they're being afforded here in this situation, and they don't know what to do with that. So they're still projecting energy because they're holding a grudge or something of that nature, and they're gonna sow the seeds of their own demise. I hate to say it, but that is the truth. Um, that is the truth. Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords. They're digging their own grave. What's this pair of fives? That's like a depletion, a debilitation, a destabilization, some type of loss. So enterprise, they could have built a family or a business, a legacy with us. Instead, they keep coming back for some love that's no longer accessible, available to them. They had access to us at some time. What they desire is an in. They want in. And they don't understand why they're being told no. But again, at one time or another, they had malicious intent. So they've destroyed their opportunity. Whatever we were going to give them at one time or another has been revoked because they were short-sighted, Five of Swords. That's the truth they can't accept. It's not our fault, it's not our problem. They want expansion with us, period. They want more from us, period. And they're not going to get it. They think they can summons it up. They think they can try all these different things, but we are a walking backfire to them forever and for always. With their energy be repelled from us, it's not going to happen. Their energy will not be effective with us, and that's been decided on high. Two of Swords. We are forever a backfire. We will stand up to them energetically. It might not seem like it because they're used to people standing up to them combatively, and we're doing it lovingly. And that's not something their mind can understand or fathom. They don't understand how loving energy, how kind energy is besting them. They don't understand how they're losing by somebody who's being loving towards them. They can understand losing if we, match their energy, match their strength, but that means being combative. That means being non-peaceful. That means actually acting violently towards them or something to that effect, something to that nature. And we're not. That their mind can't fathom that. What's this pair of eights? That means manipulation or wisdom through spending a bunch of time Okay, we've got a little fight in us left. We've got a lot of strength left. Nine of Wands. Whatever is going on, we're some kind of, even though they can match our energy, we still present as an energetic barrier, an energetic block, because they're not authentic, genuine, sincere. Seven of Swords. There's something about them that's imposter, that's fake, phony, fictitious, imposter. Their love is fake, and so is their energetic signature. They're shape shifting around. They're trying to be the thing that they think we want, but what we don't want is them. What we want is authentic, genuine, and sincere, and that's not something they can do. And they're not able to cross that road. They're not able to climb that mountain because it's going to require them to withdraw from their energy, and they're lusting after the prize instead of trying to become the thing that. Okay, so there are some people in the universe that will spend their time, their energy, and their attention chasing after butterflies, chasing after hummingbirds, chasing after the birds and the bees. And then there are people that will spend their time, energy, effort, and attention cultivating a beautiful secret garden that will attract those hummingbirds and butterflies and bees. So they've it's the wrong proposition. Does that make sense? They're going about it the wrong way. And again, they're unhealed, unawakened, set that the Copa, Seven of Cups. They're unhealed, unawakened. They may have some type of obsession, compulsion. We don't have the devil here, but we might as well with the double five. Their work is not producing fruits. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. They are seeing now the error of their ways, but they can't get rid of this rage that they have. They can't control their anger. We need to check this King and Queen of Swords. Yeah, so they have remorse and regret due to shame and guilt. Something that they did and whoever they are in their character. There's something about it that they can't accept anymore. They're wondering, why did they try to breadcrumb us? Why did they try to compete? Why did they try to contest who we were and the fruits that we had? Why couldn't they just step into union? Why couldn't they collaborate, cooperate, co-create? Why couldn't they be fair and just? Why did they have to look at us and think that we had it going on easy when they didn't take the time, the energy, the effort, and attention to understand our wounds, understand our pains, understand what we've mourned, understand what we've lost, understand how we got to where we are, understand what it took? A lot of people will want what we have, but they won't want to do what it took to get it. Justice card. They're definitely under karma. With the Five of Wands, they're considered a demon. Um, Hierophant. So we outrank them, or we match them in rank. Ten of Swords. They're gonna go to damnation. Unfortunately, they're gonna be judged as a demon, and they're going to the bottom rungs of hell. Unfortunately, Death card. Their life is over. Their days are numbered, and it's strict. I'm so sorry. I don't like this tact. Normally, this is a warning for the tarot students that I have watching. When you see a death combination, which is the Ten of Swords and the Death card, or the Sun and the Death card, you want to do a confirmatory reading. So since it's a general reading, I'm going to say it this way: their days are numbered, and it's strict. Strictness comes with the Justice card and the Death card. Strictness comes with the Justice card and the Death card. Okay. Unfortunately, there's a sentencing here. Since we have the Eight of Swords with the Fool card, there's a sentencing here. They've been already arrested, and they've been found guilty, and they're going to be sentenced soon. Ten of Swords. Unfortunately, there's a deliberation over them. They've already been assigned a judge. The King of Swords came out. And whatever is going on here, it's not going to be pleasant for them, and we're going to be let out, let free. Yeah, that song. I'm not trying to get by. I'm just trying to be free. With the Knight of Swords here, there might be Mars in Libra or the seventh house. When you have Mars in the seventh house, you go to hell when you die. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if you were born there. And there are ways to alleviate this, but not with the Ten of Swords and the Death card. That's actually a sentence. It's a, because if the judgment of the justice card was there, it was decided because of what you did while you were born. Now, if you see natally, and I don't mean to alarm you, if you're born with Mars in the seventh house, I don't mean to alarm you. It might not happen, but you need to take every action, every step in life to ensure that it doesn't. Because then this is like one of those last chance lifetimes. It's like you get a second chance. This is a person who wasted their second chance. Now I understand why they're so dogged. And we have a confirmation for Libra rising, by the way. Now I can understand why they're so dogged on getting forgiveness from us or some type of, yeah, but they're inauthentic. They only do it because they understand the ramifications, the consequences of their behavior. And I'm sorry, darling, I cannot in good conscience advise you to let somebody back in if once they've had deception or malicious intent. Unfortunately, by the policies and procedures and the protocols of this Ifa house, of this spiritual house, of this African traditional religion, ATR house, I must advise you, always and forever, once you see malice or deceit, to forgive them, forgiveness granted, access denied. Think of it this way. If you leave during the dress rehearsal, you do not get to come back after opening night. If you leave while I'm struggling, you do not get to come back when I'm succeeding. What you say in anger carries much more weight than what you say in kindness. What you say when you are leaving carries much more weight than what you say when you return. This is how it is. I regret that I must be the one to inform you. Once you are guilty of treason, be grateful that you were left with your life. This is strong language. I understand. It is an unfortunate position to take, an unpopular one indeed, and I must stand strong in this position. You have been deemed as executable. Do you understand? You have been found guilty, Ten of Swords, Justice, and the Death card. Your sentence is strict and severe. Do you understand? So it's out of my hands. All I could do is attach my recommendation and refer it to up the chain to the magistrate. I presided over this, and I've attached my findings and my recommendation and post my guidance, and I have to refer this out. I can't. Your appeals will not be addressed with me. That is it. That is all. There's nothing to say. Ten of Swords and the Justice card. What does that mean? Yeah, this is for them. Yeah. See, they're feeling bad now because they were shady in some kind of way. La Falsita Dederanti, they were on some drunken stupor being shady, and they don't know why they were like that, and they wish they could take it back. They're longing for the days when either we were stuck on stupid and unhealed, unawakened, or when they had the upper hand. Because they don't like being in the position where we're not hoping, wishing, and praying, because they wanted us to want them, but the thing that we wanted was unhealthy for us. We were trapped in some toxic cycle with them, and now that we're out, they've lost their upper hand, and they don't like that. They don't know what to do, because to get their needs met requires an unfair advantage. So this is somebody that's a danger. Do you understand? That's the definition of a threat to society. Somebody that profits off other people's unhealed, unawakened, disadvantageous positioning. They prey upon the weak. That's the very definition of such. Oh, darling. So I regret to inform you that this is the verdict rendered here is one of damnation. They are sentenced to eternal damnation because they are found to be a demon, and unfortunately, an archdemon with the Five of Swords present. I'm fine with the Five of Wands in the Justice card. That's a hater asshole, somebody that's unhealed, unawakened, somebody that's maligned in cascading karma, cascading compounding cacophonies of karma. That's somebody that needs to try again through a few more incarnational cycles to purify, to heal and awaken. But they have to go through suffering in order to purify. They can't go through the struggle in order to cleanse. That's purgatory. They must go to damnation. They must suffer in order to purify. And I know an eternity sounds like forever. It isn't. It's 4.32 billion years. But it does feel like forever if you're in the first or second dimension. Okay? So at an atomic level, they need to be purified. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what's coming. So the reason why they're on our job, the reason why they're after us and won't let go and they won't quit is because they need us to forgive them. And you know what? The reason that we're chosen, the reason that we're favored is because we give it to God. And we're not carrying no animosity towards this person. You did what you did. I felt what I felt. The experience was what it was. And I moved on about my business. Okay. If it's up, then it's stuck. You don't need to apologize to me. You need to apologize to God. And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the solution and the problem. Okay, they know that if we don't pray for them to the Lord, they're going to be stuck in damnation. But I'm you know what? I'm going to tell you what's up. I would leave it as it is because they've done it to other people. You can come for me, honey, but once you mess with my children, it's a wrap. I may be a vegetarian, but once you decided to eat my babies, I'm going to fry you up with some sauce on top. That's what's up. What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? Dona Maritata, the loving nurturing or the mother. With disgrazia, that means they abuse their power. Unfortunately, this is an oath breaker, a vow breaker, and I cannot. I cannot. Because they work in secret and it's a con, it's like a mastermind thing. It's a long con. So I got to get out of here. We've got to conclude the meeting. Let's wrap up here. In summation, this is somebody moving in secret and they're upset because they got caught. And they want us to deliver them from evil, but evil is alive in them, and we're not God. We may be a goddess, but we are not the divine creator source. That's the truth. Oops, okay, that was a mic drop. That's the truth. So, in effect, they have to go to Inferno. They have to go to the infernal kingdom for an eternity to purify their soul. And that's why they're so defensive, because they don't want to go to hell. And they don't want to suffer for an eternity. But that's the thing. You could have struggled while you were on earth and cleansed yourself. Now you need to go to hell in order to purify yourself. And that's just what it is. Because you're begging for another life. Girl, you want your life so bad? Work for it. You don't work for it while you were here. Now you've been classified as a demon, which means you already have a charge against you. This consularship was not supposed to be like this, but it's already a wrap. It's already a wrap. They can't, there's nothing they could do. Yeah, if I ever misrepresented my self-image, and I'm sorry, I was also acquiescent, but I learned my lesson and I'm sorry. You learn your lesson now. You can't, in the 11th hour, in the final hour, you can't beg for forgiveness. You need to go to God. You need to go to God. There's not a judge on earth that can help you. That's just what it is. I'm so sorry, baby, because you got a lot of karma. You got a lot of karma that you're carrying, and you've got to go to Lord Shiva. Ten of Swords here. You've got to go to Lord Shiva. Because it took the being that destroys the indestructible. It took the being Nirishmima. Look that up. Nrishma, Narasimha. It took the being that destroys indestructible beings. So this person acted with impunity for some time. They thought they were untouchable, and for the most part, they were. For a long time, they actually were. They thought they were indestructible. They thought they could work and nothing would happen to them. And you know what? They were right, but that only exists in certain realms, and they tried the wrong one. That's the thing about nature. Nature abhors a vacuum. There's always an antidote for every poison. We as humanity might not know that, but God does know. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. As I said, we were attached in spiritual union and sacred agreement to somebody. Their job was to be an example of how not to be. They were a cautionary tale. It took us a long time to figure that out. We had to work out some karma. We've dealt with them in previous lifetimes. We had a final ending in this lifetime. That person was already on the earth to work off a hell condition. So that might have been some of the jealousy and anger because it looked to us like we had it easy. It wasn't true. But since they were not supposed to have it easy in this life, to pay off a karmic debt from a previous lifetime, they took it in their head that we were too blessed and they retaliated against us when really they should have been retaliating towards the divine. They could have prayed that out and figured that out. They chose not to. They chose to torture one of God's children, so they got what they got. They did what they did, so they get what they get. And that's just what that is. They get eternal damnation. I'm just going to say it plainly. They get eternal damnation. It's not our fault, not our problem. There's nothing we can do about that. They need to take it up with the Lord. They need to take it up with the divine. That's how that is. So it's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the pleasure to do so. Just a quick prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in the seas of time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the splendid grace of the divine and unconditional love and universal oneness. We love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be whole. May you be at peace. May you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve, until we meet again, until we read again. Namaste, Dhanava, and Ashe. Sayonara, Das Vidanya, Avidazane. Take good care. Bye-bye.